Hello, my name's Angela from Angela Simpson Functional Medicine Physiotherapy, and I'd like to talk to you about low energy. And if you have low energy, you probably are noticing that several aspects of your life are being affected right now. Maybe you've had a diagnosis of chronic fatigue syndrome. Maybe you have some other sort of health symptoms or condition, and you feel that that your energy levels have gone down significantly since you have had these symptoms going on with your health. And low energy can be a side effect of several different types of health conditions and imbalances in your body. And so it is really important when you have either had a diagnosis of low energy, such as chronic fatigue or fibromyalgia, or something else that is related specifically to energy levels, that you really figure out where that low energy symptom is coming from, because it can be several different systems in the body that are out of balance or just not working together that can cause this low energy. And I'd like to give you an example of a client that I worked with who had chronic fatigue. She had been diagnosed with it in her mid-20s. She felt that the trigger was having a viral illness that she felt like she never fully recovered from, and she always had chronic low energy since that time. And she'd seen several doctors, worked with several different practitioners, and a lot of the consensus was that she just had to basically manage the condition as best she could and adjust her lifestyle accordingly so that she could manage her life. And this just wasn't good enough for her. She felt like she had lost so many things. She felt like she wasn't able to maintain her employment. She had to start just taking very short contract work here and there that didn't require very many hours because she was so fatigued throughout the day. She wasn't actually able to participate in a lot of the social activities that she used to do. It was affecting her relationships with her friends. It was even affecting her ability to maintain a relationship with a partner. And she really wanted to actually find a long-term partner and end up having children one day. And she felt like this was very unlikely given her current situation because she felt so tired she could barely get out of the house to socialize and meet other people. And so she started to feel quite depressed. And with this, she didn't feel like she could exercise as much. She felt so tired that she felt like if she went for anything longer than a 20-minute walk, she'd have to come home and rest again for a couple hours. And sometimes even the next day, she would feel completely flattened and fatigued from this. So she didn't even exercise very much anymore. And this actually did make her feel worse, but she did feel less tired. So she thought that was part of her solution and something she just had to manage from here on in. And I saw her about 10 years into the condition, and she was still looking for answers. She still wanted to get her life back that she thought that she wanted, the goal that she had for her life, that she felt like she had lost over 10 years ago. And so what we did is we took a very detailed history. We looked at all the potential triggers in her lifespan, not just from when she thought the triggers were, but looking at her entire history, basically from when she was born. And we figured out that there were several triggers to her health symptoms. It wasn't just one thing. And there were several systems in her body that were extremely out of balance that needed rebalancing before she could gain her energy back. And it had to do with a lot of different things. Some of it was related to her genetics, her predispositions health-wise with some of her family history. But a lot of it was related to some things that she was just unaware of, that we just needed to point out, get her in the right direction, and then really guide and support her along the way with the changes so that she felt that she could follow through. And this was really key, to have an individualized plan for her and support, very ongoing, consistent support that she felt she could follow through with. And that she had someone there to always turn to if things weren't going well and she needed a change. And so it really was a relationship that helped her regain her health. And she eventually did regain regular employment. She got her energy levels back up enough that she felt she could work throughout the day. She was able to also start socializing again. She was able to go out after work and either go for a walk or even a short run. And she was also able to go out with her friends again here and there. She still had to really watch that she wasn't overdoing it, but she was able to get her life back. And she did actually end up finding a partner, getting married, and having 2 children. And she still has to work on managing her energy levels on a daily basis, but she now is able to function in the way that she was hoping to always function. And she's living her best life that she was hoping she could lead. And so I want this for you if you are dealing with chronic low energy, if you felt like you have tried so many things and you just haven't been able to get yourself back on track, if you're finding that you're not able to live your best life, your relationships are suffering, your ability to do the things that you would enjoy, employment, recreation-wise, are being greatly affected, please feel free to give me a call, because I'm happy to have a free 45-minute consult to talk to you about this and see if it might be a good fit for me to work with you to help you regain your energy. And in turn, this will help you regain your life, and it might help you to actually set those goals that you were wanting to your whole life that you felt like you lost because you've had such low energy for so long. And so you can reach me on my website at www.angelasimpsonfunctionalmedicine.ca. Thanks for watching.